What's up, guys? Coach MANdler here, Team Swole Patrol. Got a killer Flex Friday routine lined up for you today. We're going to be doing a 3-rep max on the bench press, and that leads me to a common question that I get, and that's whether or not heavy bench pressing is going to be bad for your shoulders. A lot of people are afraid to do some heavy benching and are limiting the amount of gains in size, density, and overall, obviously, strength because they are afraid they're going to bench press heavy weight and snap up their shoulders. Well, I'm here to tell you right now that as long as you follow 3 pretty simple rules, you're going to be able to bench press heavy weights completely free of injury and get some kick-ass gains as well. What are those 3 simple rules? I'll go down the line for you real quick with them. Number 1, make sure you follow a good dynamic warm-up and a good bench press warm-up before you touch any bar bending big ass weights on the bench. That way your body is primed to handle the loads that you are going to place upon it. Number 2, make sure your form is crisp so you're not putting any undue stress or tension in areas that don't need to be stressed in the first place. And 3, make sure you're increasing the strength in the stabilizing muscles that allow you to better stabilize weights so that you can handle the heavy loads with the primary movers inside the bench. I'll talk about those 3 rules and put together a kick-ass routine for you in today's Flex Friday, so stay tuned, watch this all the way through, and I can guarantee you, you're going to start seeing better, faster gains in your size, strength, and explosiveness when doing the bench press. Alright, so I mentioned the first thing you need to do in order to avoid any shoulder issues when doing heavy bench pressing is an adequate warm-up. And what I'm doing in this first phase of the Flex Friday routine is going to be in preparation for the heavy bench work. Alright, I'm priming my nervous system. I'm activating a lot of muscle fibers that are going to be put to use for the bench press. I'm essentially preparing my body for the demands that are going to be placed upon it with this 3-rep max on the bench press. And this brings me up to the next point, which is going to be proper form. The biggest problem people face when jacking up their shoulders when doing heavy bench work is benching very inefficiently with shit form. Their scapula are hanging off the bench and their elbows are flared completely out. The solution to that, so that you're not putting too much pain-causing shear force on your shoulders or damage to your pec minor, is to retract and depress your shoulder blades so you have a strong platform to press into the bench with, and internally rotate your elbows so that you're getting more tricep work done instead of relying exclusively on your chest like a lot of bodybuilding style bench pressers do. And the third rule I preach to make sure you avoid any undue stress or damage to your shoulders when doing heavy bench press is to build a lot of size and strength surrounding the main joint of movement involved when bench pressing in the first place. Those are going to be obviously your pecs, your anterior, medial, and rear delts, your rhomboids, your lats, and your traps. Everything kind of holding together and supporting the ball and socket joint that the shoulder is. That's exactly what we're doing with this weak point training here. It's going to build a lot of support to avoid injury, build a lot of mass with all the muscle fiber and time under tension you're presenting with it, and giving you a chance to patch up the weaknesses that show up and lead to you failing on bigger bench presses. So those are all the gains you're going to get with that. That's exactly what we're going to do after we hit our core lift, which is in this case the bench press, a heavy bench press. Okay, so after that we're doing a little bit more shoulder work. I like these static strip presses. Builds a lot more maximal strength than doing a dumbbell push press or a dumbbell jerk. Great way to build some tricep strength, core strength, and even bigger traps as well. And another thing you can notice too as I transition from these overhead presses to these low cable rows is that I'm not just doing anterior loaded events, okay? If you're just training your mirror muscles, what you see in the mirror, while neglecting what you can't see, which are going to be your lats, rhomboids, traps, and rear delts, then you're going to set yourself up for failure. Not only are you going to look asymmetrical and goofy as shit, but what's going to happen over time is if you continue to neglect your posterior upper body muscles,
then essentially what's going to happen is you're going to start to internally rotate in your shoulders, which will cause a lot of tightness and tension at the bottom of a bench press, which might lead to a higher risk of tearing up your shoulders or tearing a pec, and will also make it harder for you to stabilize bigger weights when bench pressing in the first place. Your upper back is very important to stabilize bigger weights, so the primary movers in the bench press, which are going to be your pecs, your shoulders, and your triceps, can get the bulk of the work done. All in all, just make sure you're building strength and support in a symmetrical manner.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this Flex Friday routine and want more of the same, be sure to hit the like button so I know what to hook you up with. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the free tips and routines I'm going to be sending your way on a consistent basis. And be sure, if you're looking to build more ripped, powerful, and overall kick-ass muscle mass that allows you to look good while being able to kick ass, then do yourself a favor and pick up your free copy of the Muscle Building Blueprint by clicking on this button right here. When you do, I'll take you to the next page, which breaks down every module you're getting in this free bodybuilding blueprint, which allows you to build more of the ripped, powerful, kick-ass mass that you're going for quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like I said, it's completely free of charge, so just click on that button. I'll take you to the next page, which breaks it all down for you. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. MANdler